Welcome to Pixel Art Intro using Pascal, the free web-based app. In this one, we are going to look at making pixel art, whether it's humans or cars, objects, animals, whatever you want to make is great. I'm going to be basing it off of this photo from Cookie Studio, courtesy of Freepik. And we are going to start off by using the pen tool. We're going to pick a color, whatever color you need, whatever color you want. I'm going to pick a skin color because I'm trying to match it to my reference photo. So for skin color, I usually look for orange, kind of a yellowish orange, and then that's usually where you're going to find most skin tones. And when you've got it, that's great. You can choose the size of your pen, big, small. When you're blocking things in at first, I recommend using a bigger pen because it takes less time. And once you get into the details, you're going to make that thing smaller. So there we go. We've got the general shape. I'm just trying to get it so that there's enough to overlap with the hair because that's what I'm going to do next. The hair is black, so I'm going straight down to black. I'm going to continue using a larger brush, but this one is a little bit smaller, and I'm going to overlap some of the face because I don't want any gaps. And then I'm just going to generally block this in as well to begin with. Just trying to get the overall shape, not worried about the details, and we want to get things in the general right place. It's easier oftentimes to create more and chisel away than to put it down perfectly. It can be very frustrating, time consuming, and you still can end up with something that looks weird and wonky. And this particular person has lots of volume to the hair, so there's quite a bit of it, and it pops up, and I think the details are looking pretty good. So I'm going to start to think about skin color once again. So shadows, I want to take the skin color I already have, and then I want to move it just towards the darker side where shadows would be. So underneath the chin, definitely going to be some shadows there. So I'm going to pop those in next. I can block almost the whole neck in, and I may pull it back a little bit, just like I was talking about. Now I have a smaller brush and smaller pen, and I'll just make it a little bit lighter. There we go. Now it looks like a shadow. We've got dark, we've got light, we've got the illusion, a slight illusion of form. And now I'm going to go with the smallest brush. And this is where we're going to add some of those details. So right away I'm thinking maybe the eyebrows need to be filled in first. That can really help us landmark where the eyes are going to be. I'm going to hit Command Z to go backwards because I don't think the shape of the eyebrow is what I wanted exactly. This is maybe a little too arched. Command Z once again, or Control Z if you're on a Windows machine. My reference has one eyebrow up and one kind of straight across. They're looking a little bit confused or questioning, and the expression often comes from the eyebrows. That's what really sells it. I know the eyes are the window to the soul, but I think it's more the eyebrows. Now let's do the eyeballs. So we're going to start with the sclera, or the white part, and it's kind of off-white typically. So I usually stay away from bright white. I'm just going to get the shape of these eyes. Because we're doing pixels, it's going to be simplified, right? And so you could do a full square if you wanted to, and then put the eyes in there like that. However, I do like this more L shape. I think it's a little more unique. And so I've got the whites of the eyes. Now I need the iris is going to be pretty much dark brown, almost black. I don't want it black because it'll blend in with the eyebrows a little too much. So I'm just going to change it a little bit so they're distinguished. And so that's looking good. That person looks like they're questioning. They're looking off to the side like my reference. And I like it. One thing I am not liking is this eyebrow connected. So I'm just going to raise it up a little bit, and I'm going to come back with my skin color, and instead of erasing it, I'm just going to paint over it. There we go. I think that looks good. We got one eyebrow arched, one eyebrow straight, and it's working. From this point on, I'm going to be just kind of pushing and pulling things out. I'm going to, landmark the lips and make them a little bit darker. I'm going to find some highlights on the cheeks. I'm going to find some shadows all across the face a little bit. And it's just adding little details. So I'm going to speed things up here, and you can take a look as I develop the details. So you can look at your reference photo if you're using one to look at the shadows underneath the nose, the chin, the top lip. You can find the highlights on the cheeks, on the forehead. You could also, if you're doing objects, you're going to look for the same thing, right? Cars are going to have shadows and lights, animals as well. And when you feel like you have everything, then you can head over to export, which is a little picture. And the main thing you want to do is make sure that you are scaling this thing up to at least, the halfway point around 20 is great. And then since this is not going to be an animated GIF, you can choose PNG here and go all the way down and get the single frame. So it's just going to give you one picture and it'll hit your downloads. Double check it before you submit it, but this looks done. And I added a little background color, and good luck with your project.